Every night at exactly 2:13, I heard her voice through the wall. At first, I thought it was the television, a late-night movie maybe, or someone talking on the phone. But after a while, I realized something strange. She was always talking to the same person, and every night she repeated the same sentence. "I still miss you." The first time I heard it clearly, I stopped what I was doing and listened. The rain outside was heavy that night, water sliding slowly across the windows, the city almost silent beneath it. And then her voice again, soft, calm, almost tired. "I still miss you." I didn't know why it bothered me so much. Maybe because of the way she said it. Not dramatic, not emotional, just honest, like someone speaking to a memory. After that, I started noticing the pattern every night. 2:13 a.m., not earlier, not later. Always the same voice, always the same wall, always the same sentence. I never saw her. That was the strange part. I had lived in that apartment building for almost a year, but I had never once seen anyone enter or leave the apartment beside mine. No footsteps, no music, no doors opening, nothing except her voice. At first, I tried to ignore it. People say old buildings carry sound strangely, but deep down, I knew this was different, because some nights it sounded like she was crying, very quietly, like she didn't want anyone to hear, and somehow that felt worse than hearing her scream. A week later, I finally asked the old man downstairs about the apartment. He looked at me strangely. "The one beside yours?" I nodded. For a moment he said nothing. Then he laughed softly, not because it was funny, more like someone laughing at a thought they wished they didn't remember. "That apartment's been empty for years," he said. I remember the silence after that more than his words. Even the rain outside seemed quieter. "That's impossible," I told him. "I hear someone there every night." The old man stared at me for a few seconds. Then he slowly looked away. "A woman used to live there," he said quietly. "She lived alone." I waited for him to continue, and eventually he did. "She lost someone a long time ago," he said. "After that, she changed. According to him, she stopped going outside, stopped talking to people, stopped answering the door. The only thing anyone ever heard from her apartment was her voice, late at night. "I still miss you." The same sentence every night. "What happened to her?" I asked. The old man looked toward the rain outside the building entrance, and for a second he looked genuinely uncomfortable. "One night," he said slowly, the voice stopped. That was it. No moving trucks, no goodbye, nothing. The apartment was found empty days later, no sign of her ever leaving. I laughed nervously when he finished the story, not because I thought he was lying, because I wanted him to be. That night, I stayed awake, watching the clock, listening to the rain against the glass, waiting. 2:11, 2:12, 2:13, and then her voice, clearer than ever, right beside me. "I still miss you." I froze. Every hair on my arm stood up. The wall suddenly felt thinner than paper, and then, for the first time, I heard something else. A second voice, very faint, very low, almost impossible to hear, but it was there, and it whispered, "I know." I don't remember sleeping that night. I just remember sitting there until morning, watching rain slide down the windows while the room slowly filled with daylight, trying to convince myself I imagined it. But the next night, 2:13 again. "I still miss you." "I know." After that, I stopped trying to explain it. Some things don't fit into logic. Some things stay behind. Not as ghosts, not as monsters, but as feelings, memories, voices that never found a place to go. And maybe loneliness works the same way. Maybe when people leave, they don't disappear completely. Maybe parts of them remain in the places they loved most, quietly, patiently, waiting for someone to listen. It's raining again tonight. The clock says 2:12, and I'm already awake, waiting, listening, because somehow hearing her voice every night makes me feel a little less alone.